Hello, welcome to another video. This time I'm making noises that I didn't intend. Now, this time I'm gonna continue on with the Build Your Own Git course in Codecrafters. And I thought I'd do this because they sent me an email, and potentially if I complete a stage, I will come on a chance to win some gaming system. I can't recall. I don't really play games that much, but yeah, I thought I might just go ahead and do that. So what we need to do is do this git commit tree, and we just need to make it do that. Output is that. And so I think last time on this project, I had got some auto stage things. Yeah, I was kind of working on like a better help system, but I think I'll kind of ignore that for now. Potentially, I might do some touch work. I haven't been in here often. I'm a bit behind on my daily calendar. But yeah, so where was I going with this? I think, yeah, I kind of want to come into here again, that one, thanks. So we can test it. And what we're going to do is perhaps we can kind of simulate this stuff. It's kind of annoying that it doesn't just let me do it, but perhaps I can actually write a little text for this, because I feel like this is actually too small as well. I had it in my default font, which is kind of okay for normal stuff, but when I'm presenting, I like to have a little larger. So what is the test that we kind of want to do? We could actually do something like this. So this is going to be our temp directory, and so we can go cd $temp. We don't even need to do that, but I will, because we kind of need to know where we are here. So I guess this is going to be so git is going to be, in fact, we can actually make like a little function. So git is going to be basically going to be calling a base name of $0, except not base name, name. I always kind of get too mixed up. So that's going to be like the path of our test file. And so then we can just kind of run here your program sh, and we can kind of pass in. We need to do something like that. How do we do this? I think it's just that. But maybe that one. I feel like there needs to be and I mean, just for a quick test, I might do something like this. So we'll go get in it, and maybe hello to test. We don't really need stuff. We can go get add test.txt. We don't really need this actually, because we don't really do adding. We just kind of write a tree. So we can probably go get write tree. So this is going to be the tree object, and so that's just kind of there. So maybe commit 1 equals this, and then we can enter hi to test, and then we can get another commit. But we need to, in the meantime, go get commit tree, and we're going to have just the output of that, and the initial commit. And here we probably want to say this is the second commit, and I think we need to do something like commit to, and then minus p for parent. Is that what I do? Yeah, and then second commit. And so this should kind of output the final tree. So I've just got the echo there to start with, but I might do something like, yeah. So if we go test this, actually, one thing I want to do is do a cd that and then minus rf of tmp. Just to say that that's what we need to do at the end. Well, like I potentially don't want to like do it. Maybe I'll just echo it. So if we go test like that, it will run a bunch of things. It's taking all the arguments, which is what I kind of wanted. Doesn't get anything. So we can safely delete that directory. And now we kind of want to take this away and see whether it does it again. Yeah, so it doesn't let me do that. So I think what I need to do is dir equals and name of was 0. Need to do it outside of that because $0 kind of changes to get after you do that. So then I think we can do something like this. And like, what does this actually do? I probably should have seen it. Yeah, it just did dot slash. I don't really want dots. I want the full path. So I guess if that is the case, what do we need to do? We need to like kind of cd to this thing, and then do like a pwd, and that's what you're gonna do. I think is that what I want to do, and maybe I'll get that echo back. And I think some quotes missing. Yeah, so we don't have one at this point. So if we do this again, right, so now it's got the full path to the thing, so it should theoretically work. 10x. We've got a couple other things. Were they kind of created by me? No, that's. I wonder what is in there. I hope they're not my strays. Cool. I wanted to just do this and run this, and cool. So now it is doing some stuff, and don't know about commit tree. That's what I want to see. So it is doing some things, and perhaps I can even go into this temp at OH temp dot that one. So if we have a look at this, Yeah, so we just have untrack, but we should have like get Alex object. There should be so in objects a couple of objects and a few more than I would have thought actually. Like yeah, I kind of actually wonder what they all are. We cat farmers P, and then we do like 3 1 D 7, and like so that is just a blob. Can we do like AD? No, we can't. What I want to do is get objects, and we can do a tree on that. So ADE4, and that is also just a like a tree. Yeah, so that's like a object CEO1, and that is the file. And right, so it's written 2 blobs and then 2 trees out of that. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. So maybe the CD we can change to an R minus R. Yeah. Cool. And now I want to get to this commit tree. So where do I have the source in this open source? So in main, I think we can get started by so yeah, we just kind of have to add something to command. So where are you? You're here. And we can probably just kind of write something like that. And here we can call this init tree. And here we probably just want to do something like that. And perhaps I can go up here and then down here and kind of just puts everything kind of all up. Now, what is this defer that it has to do? It's because it's finding the root FD, but like, it's because we like, what are we doing here? We yeah, so we write the tree to the root FD, which is we're like only looking inside the current folder, right? So yeah, that's a bit weird. The right commit does some different things, but yeah. So I guess what does get right commit actually do? It doesn't work like that in Vim. All right. We can do this. Man, get no, it's commit tree. Let's change this. So this is that, and we can tree like that, and right. No, that was right. So commit tree is what I want, but I just kind of copy and pasted wrong. But if we do that, yeah, cool. So it knows where we are now. So what can commit tree kind of act? This is kind of why I wanted to do the like all the argument handling type things, because it'd be kind of handy to do this. And like, yeah, if we have more than one parent, then we have to do like a merge commit. So M and F haven't really done that. Well, M is the log message. Interesting. If must read from a file, I guess. Probably just commit message in the Git. Ordinary commit. root commits have no parents. And like, do we have to kind of keep that in mind that, yeah, we aren't passing any parents, so it should do that. All right, so how many trees could we do? It was just the one in the right place. Tree, we just have the one. All right. I kind of want to do this. P is the parent, might not have some. M is message. Each message becomes its own paragraph, so you just like add a new line in between. Each file, the same sort of thing. It reads a file. I mean, I could kind of add to them. I don't know. I won't do the GPG signing. Golly, no. The way I'm feeling, I'd have to make GPG. It is printed on a book somewhere. I like that. So yeah, you have to kind of write the format in the right type. But I think to start with, we need to kind of get the arguments kind of passing. So yeah, how do we do the passing in here? We just did args. Not doing it. We did some args here, did we? Right tree doesn't have anything. All right. This has a usage. How do we do it? We just kind of do that. Yeah, that's kind of. I recall this. Yeah, because cat file also had like a bunch. And this also had some stuff. And as objects didn't. But yeah, I do recall this. Yeah, and I was writing all this and doing some working out of how you might kind of keep it. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so the gist is that you kind of just have to scan through. So interesting that I don't really kind of show the usage in this place. I feel like I should usage. Anyhow, what I want to do is perhaps get this. Yeah, that can be kind of what we start with. And then we kind of want the commands written on for this one. So what we get from here is I kind of want to get some things up. So this just, this is almost a generic thing, and that also is. But because we do that, we should probably also have a return for things you have to do that. And I think I also want to undo usage. Right, so we're going to start off with nothing. Nothing to do. This can get removed. Okay, what happens if I do this your command file? We just can't really do it. But no, we just can't build at the moment. That's because we've got. What if we get that and like do like a that? maybe that good. No, we still can't do that. It's because it's unused. Right, this one is all right, and that kind of tests some things. We're still not using RV. Will that do it? No, that won't. But I think it's too there. Um, we need to do that, but then, I mean, at this point, I'm kind of just implementing the whole thing. Right, so what do I need to do? So if we have minus p, that is a thing. That basically means that we will have equals r, and it probably means that we I think I want to like duplicate it. So this is going to be, it's really going to be like an array. And do I have array type things? I do have this. So where do I use you just in, yeah, where do I use we? Ooh, steady. So I use this kind of here. I might just kind of do this. So this is like in the middle of writing a tree. Cool. So we do have this. So where does tree data come from? We can do this. No, we can't. We just have that sort of type. All right. I've gone to like too many things. So I kind of want this to not be a event array. Where do I define that? I kind of want to have a similar thing, but this is a string array. And instead of that, we have just start data. Yes, I think that's kind of what I want to do. And it's like not the nicest. So this is a string array. And so where did we have this tree data? Did we ever like kind of read this before? We had this. So at the end of this, we've lost. I want to do something like this, and I don't want to call this tree. I want to call this parents, I guess. In here, we can call this parents, and here we can get this arg, because there's going to be one more, and if there isn't, then I guess that's like an error. Do we like? So I guess if arg c equals 0 here, we should probably do usage and return defer of 1. Otherwise, we should be able to get the next I. And I'm wondering if I should str dupe it, or just kind of keep it as is. I guess I can just kind of keep it as is, and like then I don't have to free extra memory. So what is this going to do? I kind of want to array append parent, and can I just do something like this? And we can get rid of pretty. This probably has yeah. So we get minus p. Minus m is also a thing, and I think I might want to do the multiple. So here we can kind of do the same, and here in parents we can do messages. And so here we can have another string array of messages, and here, why not? It's because, yeah, I think I want to kind of have that at me ready, just so it's a bit easier to get around. So here I kind of want to replace parents with, gosh, what do I call it? Messages. And are there any other things that I might have multiple on? I think trees as well. I won't do anything if I have multiple just yet, unless the format is actually kind of easy. But yeah, so let's kind of go back to this one. So multiple parents, multiple messages, and like minus F, we probably just want to like read in the file, I guess, and yes. So here, like, what did it say about the minus here? In any order, and it has to be in the order that it was done. So I think I do need to do an SDR uh, of the messages, but maybe not the parents. Potentially the parents, I might actually set it up so we do it like that, but here we can have a fixed me get cash from partial cash. So perhaps I can even kind of save this as the or and here we probably want to check it. Actually, people no. Maybe I'll just do an assert that hash not equal no. I think I've got asserts elsewhere. We've got static asserts. We do have some asserts. Where was I? Here. So here, if we find the S and do that again, and then like that's nah, I need to get rid of one more. And I think if SDR len of hash, not the what's the like SHA-1 like this hex length because we're giving it hex, so it's not the bytes. It's basically 2 times the bytes. So if this is the case, do we have an unimplemented? We do have a git unimplemented. Git unimplemented. Unimplemented, and we probably want to say get cache from partial cache, and that can just be like that. And is that what you do? Yeah, we can print a few more things, but you do an abort at the end. That's perfect. Right, so here we should probably do message equals str or arg, and insert that message not equal to null. That's just memory type stuff. Get rid of that. And the message is can just go in as that. Right, so in the case of F, we have something slightly different. We have a file name. So maybe in this case we won't STR do that. And I'm getting like a little nervous. What I want to do here is not do that. I kind of want to make a little macro and maybe find that and yank a word and then find that, do that, and then here we kind of want to do for the size t I equals 0, I is less than quit out, paste whatever we had, and then continue on with that. And here we want to do a free parents.data I because we duped it. And now we want to go to end and want to do that and go down to where we started. And now I think if I do that, it should still put parent. It did trees in one place and messages in one place, but not in the place that we wanted it. So trees, were we meant to have multiple? Yeah, if we had like mergers and whatnot. Right, so in farming, do we have things to kind of just read file, read contents? So we do need to yeah, we do need to open it. So I guess we can do like a if open of file name. And this is going to give us a file pointer. And so we can do that. And can we do this and do something like this? So I guess if we go here, we want to go if not reading file contents of this. So maybe we can just pull this file. And here we want to make sure we loads file at the end. Not in a defer type thing, but maybe also in here. Just because we're like opening in the scope, doesn't really need a defer. So what else do we need? We need a uint t data, and we'll kind of pass a pointer to that, and we also need a long size, and we'll also pass a pointer to that. So if we did that and we do that, that kind of looks good. So what do we do if we couldn't read the file? So maybe we can do if print if svb error. In fact, does this kind of do stuff for us? No, it doesn't. And I think I also need to give it a file equal no. We can probably do an error. Could not open a file. Yes, for reading. And I guess that kind of sparks thinking for me that we need to say that we're opening this for reading. So yeah, we need a mode. So our mode is just read. Do we need to say it's like binary or anything? Open text file. Yeah, so we can have binary, yeah, but this doesn't need to be binary, so it can just be I think har mihati. And we can do a return defer of 1 here. We don't need the usage. Could not read file s. And here we can do file name. We did open it, so I'll close it afterwards. I think that is what you should do. And then you return defer of 1 because something bad happened. Right, so at this point here, we can probably just say that data is now a char star. Is that, yeah, so yes, that's kind of what I want, but it has been mallocked, right? Yeah, it does get mallocked. So here we can go array and messages, and this is going to be a char star. We're just going to convert it to that of data, and I think that's that. So that's what we do if happens. What about if? What else did I decide? So any other things that, well, if it starts with a, we don't really care about the, so this, we don't really care about whether it's a type. It's not going to be a type. If it is starting with that, then it's that. Otherwise, yeah, so this loose thing was just going to be one of our trees. So here we should probably go star tree. Tree hash equals str of arg. Is that what I want? No, we just want arg here. And something like this. And if this didn't happen, do we just do like asserts up here? Yeah, we just do asserts. If malloc fails, it's assert tree hash is not that. And if strlen of tree hash is not equal to what is it? Shall hex link. We have that unimplemented, except do it that way. Yeah. And cool. And so at this point here, we can say that that is a thing, and we can add it to our array of trees. And this is going to be our tree hash. And yeah, I think that's that. And we don't need this loose thing. And that is everything that we kind of need to get. What do we do with it all now? Doesn't like something, I think. Can we just do that? And yeah, let me. Right. We cannot do that. I do. Right. We kind of need to do this, and then that. It's just what it is. And this is like that, and R equals R. And same. No, we already do that. And here we already do that, and cool. A comparison point and integer. That is because I want that and to get rid of one of those. And we don't like that. Trees was not declared. I thought it was. I never actually did it. Trees I'm cleaning off. Was that correct? String array. It has size. Another project I was on. Called it length. Alright, so now it can kind of do things. Something looked weird, but it looks fine now. I thought something looked weird. Cool. So what do I need to do? It's kind of annoying that like just the arg passing takes up this much. I mean, I could have like a second function that just kind of takes these three things. I think that's kind of what I did in the whatchamacallit, the torrent one. Yeah, like I still kind of called out to each like kind of command and returned a thing that I eventually called from main. But yeah, every time you went there, it just called another function to get all the arts because like it takes up a bit of stuff. But anyhow, enough yapping. It's weird that it doesn't want to indent there, but it seems fine. Right, so I think I want to do if parents dot size is greater than 1, we can do get unimplemented merge request. We can just do that afterwards. We can stick with the easy option first. So I guess in this case, we have kind of two options. We either have 0 parents, like in this first case, or we have 1 parent at this stage. So I guess should come to what a commit object kind of looks like. It has this format. And gosh, is that like the timestamp? They were talking about that kind of thing. Maybe that's why there was this Stack Overflow link that they kind of provided. No, this isn't it. Oh no, this is right. Yeah, author date seconds, author date time zone. Right, so that's just seconds and time zone. Ugh, time zones. All right, that's somewhat easy. And I mean, we can make it everything UTC. I mean, it's nice to know where people are because when they kind of have a look. Right, so how do we kind of write out this? We should have a tree. Or is it like multiple trees that I wouldn't want? So if we don't have any tree, what happens if we have... no, a tree should just be a single thing. So this can be, we can just call it tree, I guess. And down here, just test for if tree, then we can tree, and here we don't need a fancy array. We just need a big char star, and it's originally null. We'll free it if we allocate it, and it will get allocated if we pass in an arg that does not have a hyphen in. This is the first time we do it. So I guess here, if tree not equal to null, does this kind of make sense? I feel like not. Um, let's go up. Right, so if this happens, this is probably an error, I'd say. So perhaps I'd come down here and um, maybe I'll do it if yeah, if tree not equal to null at this point, then it's an error. Uh, can't have multiple trees already have and this can just be auto. Something like that. I don't know. Don't include anything there. Right. So at this point, we definitely have a tree. Right. So if we just have a look, see. So what we want to do. So we still need to get this like commit in size. So I guess the whole message is going to be a sort of thing. So perhaps I will call this something like content. And after we do this, we can do a little thing. And I guess if we have content, then we should probably read content. And perhaps this should be content.data, and we can read content.data, and that way it can be a unit array. Unit array t, and we can call it content. Right, so after we do one thing, we just need to kind of add to content. And the content is going to have that. So we kind of want to write commit. Size followed by data. That is kind of what we want to do, but we need to kind of make the content. So I kind of want to get to right tree and just kind of work out what I did. So it just calls it command right tree. All right. Do we need to kind of make another command? Oh no, this is like taking in all the files and whatnot. So at the end, yeah, we just kind of hash object, and then we pass in the type. Easy. So if we go back to here, we can probably just do something like that. No, that's not what I wanted. Wanted that one. And here we can say it is a commit, and here it is content.data, here it's content.that. Hash will need to store somewhere, and it's kind of annoying because we had a hash here which might kind of conflict. So maybe I'll do that as parent. Um, And so the hash is likely, yeah. So when we do this, we just can't have it just before. So we would have a hash, and if we couldn't do it, then do an error, I guess. And we can do that, and otherwise we can't just print the thing. That looks good. Error hashing and commit for we don't really need to care about that. Um, that's probably sufficient. And then we can do that. Right, so in here, now we can kind of do the content. And so we can array pinned types. We can probably do that. And what do we need to do? This has source and a len, and we'll just min copy from it. So I guess we kind of want to have like a SN printf. No, it is a yes printf. This one will kind of just alloc me a thing. Is that what I want though? Because do I have everything possible here? The author and stuff we don't actually have as well. Feel free to name an email. Cool. So we just need to have a valid hard coded thing. All right. So what would the thing that we're trying to print look like anyway? We would have a tree, then we would have a stem, yes. So I guess if tree is null at this point, if there's something weird about the if tree equals null at this point, we should probably say that uh, uh, do something like that, and um, and I think uh, no tree is supplied to my um, that's just what it is. So now we can safely say that we have a tree. And so here parents are like just all the parents that we have. It's annoying that I kind of don't know how big it will all be. Well, maybe I do. Um, so the size is going to be what 5 for the tree, plus is shown for the tree. We can like confirm this after the fact. We've got like this content thing. Does that kind of make it easier? Um, And this size is also going to be so parent is going to add like 6, 7 characters, and so this is going to be parents dot size times 7 plus one times x length. And what else do we have? We have this author and committer. We just don't have it. So I guess we can have power star or and this can just equal this or the maybe code crafters test. Do we need to have like a like how do I have a yeah, well, yeah. If we look at that, so yeah, you're allowed spaces. That's why I guess. I mean, I hope that, but I don't really want to. But perhaps I can my email there. And what dateline is this going to be? We kind of need to get the current time. So man time, man time. Get time in seconds since epoch. But this is like not getting me the time zone as well. I wonder how I do that. Is it get time of day? That's fairly familiar. Get time of day and right. So we have a TC where we can get that. Cool. Let's see what this kind of gets us. So we need some struct time though TV and time zone and Z, and we can do get time of day, and we can pass it TV, and we can pass it TV, and if this turns -1, if that is -1, then something bad happened. I think I'll just do STD error, and the error could when using fine. I don't really care too much about error reporting there, and we can do that because I think this should just kind of do it. So I kind of want to print out what this kind of has me. So do we have time already? No, we don't. So this include sys h, and down here we should be able to get. I just kind of want to see TV equals this and dot TV set equals that, and TV use set equals that, and we can pass in TV dot TV set and TV use set. And if we do the same with TV, and this is TV minutes west, which is probably what I want. And this is BST time, which potentially I need that. So this is TZ, TZ minutes west, and TZ dot TZ BST time. Cool. What does this kind of do for me? And I think I'll just do get implemented rest of commit. So because of this, I can probably just do what is the command called? It is commit tree. Commit the tree, and we were gonna like pass in a. It should probably. There's probably too many errors. Right, so this is LD. Cool. Is same there. This doesn't exist. We can add it soon. Cool. So in the hash object, we have a get object type, and this we can just add in a commit. Now, this is going to make a lot of things fail, which is kind of what I want. Because in here, which I think is in the cat file, you might want to cat a commit object, so we can do something like this, and kind of add it off. And then we have another one here. So here, what are we trying to do? We're in the middle of something. I should have done this a better way. Chat file. I've lost it. So in cat file, we could be looking at a so this is commit, and what that's 6, 7, and here we can say it's a commit, and here we can also say it's a commit. And here, is this. Yeah, this is meant to be 7, something like that. And just a bonus, other stuff will kind of just magically start to work. So what are we doing in this function? We are still cat filing. So what do we need to do if it's a that's just right into so if I'm doing a cat file on a commit, then it just needs to kind of get all that. And I can't recall. So if we go objects and we'll just do this B21. So if we do this, and I think I had a source third party zlib, and the examples, and a.out and minus d. And so this is just the format that it has. So it should have the commit size, then just dump it out. And so this is the raw format, but when we're pre-printing it, we seemingly don't do much to change it apart from not print out the first thing. So I think can probably just do kind of as if it, well, in fact, as if it's a blob as well. I might have to check that, but right, what do we do here? This is base commit, and here we're going to have object size equals 7. And here we have another one, and we can do case commit, and this is going to be a similar thing, and this is just something like that, I think. Another one here. So we only really check for tree here. So I wonder why we are not checking for blob in this function. It's an ls tree, so we don't need to. So if I, for example, do something like this. So if I do get ls tree on that, it does kind of do it. So I guess if, well, yeah, in ls tree we should just have, I've lost where it even is. So I think I want something like that, but just to get unimplemented. It gets tree object from commit. It's just like the extra stuff to do, and then this can be in else if all of that. And we're just in that same guy. Right, so now it's got to that point. So I guess now what happens if we go your program and golly, what even was the thing that I was doing? So if we search for their commit, so I kind of wanted to see what this time stuff was. So here we were like, right, commit. It tells me what commands I have. Commit tree. So it reckons that I need some things. I think this usage, yeah, it just doesn't really say what the args are. But I think that one is there available args. So this is if a thing has args. So what makes cat file different? It has an args. Because that just does that. All right. Cool. Anyhow, what was I wanting to do? Commit tree. But let's give it a tree. Luckily, it saved one for me up there. So if we did this, we have some leaks. books actually. So what is on 1, 2, 3, 6? That is our tree. So I thought I did. We don't want that. Is in the wrong scope. Yeah, cool. So now that does that, and we get in a board. So I kind of want to do dates plus %f to see kind of what that has, and like perhaps I can at a similar time. And so these numbers should be roughly the same. I mean, it will change over time, every second, theoretically. What's interesting is the Mines West, Minutes West. It didn't have anything with. Why? Why? Because I mean, if I look at date, I have a time zone, and I think you can get the UTC. There is a way to, yeah, time zone. Yeah, %Z. So if we did this, our time zone here in New Zealand is +13, which is interesting that it seemingly hasn't said it. Used to, all right. So how do we get the time zone? Um, um, da, 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 da. I love it. In this, in this. Right, so it talks about it, just shouldn't really talk about it at all. So the TZ argument should normally be specified as null. See notes. So if I search for notes, here's the note, and it just doesn't mention anything about the time zone. Get time zone. See. I wonder if it's done like differently. Man, each time. Was that kind of what I saw there? Local time R. That's why this didn't do it. Right, so local time. Here's like a -R version. as well. I don't know whether it is useful. Is the local time R like receiving? Um, right, so we get like some data and stuff. I think, well, right, let's do this. Mm, um, so that's like GMT. Um, is this kind of what I want? Inverses of these two things. Although shouldn't use it. Um, because I assume, in this, the date seconds, this is object, no, don't care. Commit objects, doesn't really say, but we do have, I'll get right tree, commit tree, not graph, tree. Did this kind of say things? Get internal format. A Unix timestamp. So what I'm wondering is whether the second since epoch should be in UTC or not, because there was one of the problems with and what's this make time? Um, right. I guess I want to check this. So who cares about that? We do that. So we don't have a TV, and I kind of now want to do. We do that. Do that, and do something like that, and just do that. Get rid of that. Um, um, just, you paste that. We don't like that. So in this time, maybe we just have right. Now we maybe has this time and time because I kind of want to compare the two. So if we did this and kind of see what results we get, we didn't print out the value of uh, in time. Um, maybe if we just do this, and here we can just have like t. Um, so if we did something like this, yeah, so we get t looks like the same thing. So the get time of day is UTC. This random K is kind of weird. It's kind of added it there. So this 4680. I guess from that we might want to do a divide by 60. I think again by 60. Or no, divide by 24. There we go. And that gets the hours. And if we just had the 1 divided by 60, it's like a weird number. But so this is now the hours, and we would then multiply that by 1,000. Um, just 100. Don't go away too far because there's 100 seconds, but we've worked out the hours, so we just need to kind of shove it all in there. Cool. So that gets us our um, what do they call it in this whole thing? This is the time zone. Call it, I guess. Uh, time zone equals that old thing. And can we do you give us enough? We need U things. There's like a way to like give it a plus. Yeah, cool. So if we chuck a plus, then we get things. So if we do C plus D, I guess at this point, and we can just see what this kind of looks like. And so that's looking good. And maybe if I do like a git commit tree of that object, and so it'll make a commit tree, and that's using git excel. I think it's waiting for a message. And here we can now see this and go git cat file must be of that. And this should give us some timestamps. And this is looking like the time is the UTC one. But then we say what the offset is. So we potentially have enough to kind of go like something like author, and this is going to have the author, and then we have email, and then we have the time, and then we have the time zone. And so this is going to be whatever the author is. And so I guess here we can just author name, who's best. We'll just call it that for now. And here our author email we can do that.net.nz. And I actually wonder, I think I'm I only use this email for Git. So here we can pass in the author name, the author email, the time, the T, and the time zone. We can perhaps call that TZ. So we can get rid of that, we can get rid of that. So I don't care about get time and day. So that means don't care about that. Easy. So maybe chuck these here and maybe do fix me hard through this. Otherwise, we can do this. And so that's going to be the author string. And like this is always going to be a certain number of characters long, right? Because yeah, it's always going to have minute author timestamp tree. Yeah, it's always going to have like that length, then the length of whatever author name, then the length of our email plus 2 because it's got things. Then this is surely like, well, like I don't know if we go back a few seconds, like that one might disappear. So perhaps it is not a standard length. But what we can do is do the SNAS. Yeah, so we get that, and then we can have author string, and maybe we can just call it author. And here we can pass in author, and here it's the string and the format, and then everything else. So this should give us some things, but if it is less than there, then some errors have occurred. Like what errors do we want to do? Like it's just a weird error. Like most likely we couldn't allocate memory. Error writing off the line. Uh, and I think I want to do something tricky. So it'll do the ASPrintf first, and if there's more than zero, then it will go on to the next test. But if it's less than zero, then it won't do the next test, short circuiting. But means I only have to put these two lines once. Right, so I guess here we also want a committer, committer, and this can so just be T. There are two T's, and here we do committer, and same sort of format. We'll just do the same author name. Perhaps I could do a char star. Actually, no. I'll up here do char star limiter name equals author name, and replace the name with email, and then author we want to replace this author with emitter, and do that everywhere. And maybe the same there. Alright, so at this point here we have got some things. We need to chuck a tree as well. So we kind of we can kind of do it like this. Because I know I could work out what size it is. So I guess this is going to have the author, and I mean I could probably SDR author name. And then it's like +2 plus it's the len of or not that or email, and then we would have the closing thing in a space, and then we would so I guess like we kind of know the size of it. So this would be SDR then. Well, no, this will just be. I'm just going to call it that long. So maybe if I just do that, that. So if we do that echo without the new line, it would be 60. And then we'd have for each parent doing a thing. And that's really happening first. So maybe we can delete all of that. And maybe put it here. I kind of want to, and like we can do this. So finding the plus. Let's not go there. So this is SDR of a tree space, and then it's just going to be that, and then we're going to have a plus, and it's going to continue on and do here, and then we're going to have the outline of the parent, and the parent is just parent space, and then plus that old thing there. And then here we're going to add on some more stuff. And that's going to have a space, and then this is going to have a space, and a thing, and this is going to have that, and like this is just going to be. I mean, this is really. 18, 19, 20, and we can try and just get rid of that. And maybe put a comment spaces 8 times. And then we can kind of continue on with our way. And we can say this is commit. In fact, replace or with commit or everywhere, and the spaces should be the same count. And then we're going to have, wow, this is going to have a new line. So I guess this, yeah, we can just have some magic numbers on the end. So that is all just going to be new lines and stuff. And then we kind of want a new line just by itself. And then for every message, well, in fact, yeah, we want here, this is going to be messages.size times, and we're going to have a new line to start it, then the length of the message, and I think just that. New line to start, and then the length of the message, which we don't really know because we need to delve into it. So here we can do something like that. And so if we had no message, so yeah, for size t is there is this then messages dot going to length size it was size I plus, and inside of this loop we're going to add on size 1 plus messages dot start, and we're going to strlen of that at I. So one line for the. Oh, it's really 2 lines because we're kind of making a paragraph. And that will be all of the messages. So at the point here, we can potentially do like an array ensure. And so this array ensure, we just had to give it a size. So we can, gosh, what would we even say it was content? So we can say the content has to be at least a size stuff. And it kind of means that we're unlikely to allocate anything more. And in fact, at the end, I almost want to make if size not equal, maybe I'll assert that size equals content dot size. If it's not, then I don't know, this is kind of not quite right. Right, so that's going to be that. We have this sort of thing. And from there we get all the bytes. Oh, golly. I kind of want to just do an SN print F maybe. Hmm. No, I think I'll just go for. So after we do this, we want to array pin bytes, and we're pinning to that, and we want to do just. I mean, have I just got a tree line? Maybe I can do that after. Yeah. So char and start tree. Because I already have a tree, don't I? Yeah. Tree line equals and we're gonna be doing an s equal no, and if a s print if to tree line of tree space that, and then a new line, and then this will be our tree object, and if this is this 0 or tree line equal null, then there was an issue, and it wasn't for the author, it was the tree. Cool. So at this point here, we can potentially just go array pinned bytes. And I guess this would be useful to store the information. So I guess we can have something like that. And I think you can do something like ret equal that and do something like that. And now we know how many bytes have been done. It is positive. So we should be able to go content and then tree line and ret. SDR len. I don't really want to do that. A length, maybe I can do a length. That will just kind of get followed with me. And then we can do a free on a tree line. Kind of a little heavy doing lots of mallocs and stuff. It may not be the quickest. Because, I mean, in reality, I already have a place where I could be printing it. But I don't want it to run over. So I think here I also want if messages.size equals 0. We can do the get implemented read message from the bin. It's not too much to do. But yeah, so we do this, we do that, and then for now we do each parent size t I 0 then parents dot size. I mean, in reality, the multi parents doesn't really matter too much, I'd say. Yeah, because like the tree has already been written, so we just need to kind of write it out. As like these are all the parents. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder if I can just kind of get rid of everything, and as long as I have this kind of check here, it's kind of fine. Golly, this tree line could in fact be tree line, and we can call it SHA-1 digest byte length plus 5 plus 6, because that's just what it will be. And so now we can probably do an SN printf. And so SN printf, we give a string with a size and a format. So we just do that, and then the size will be SHA-1 digest plus 6. And we've also got a new line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there'll be a null byte. And so here we can go back to that, and that should be kind of right. I kind of want to know if it has failed, so I wonder if I do this, and this can actually be C array len of the line, and here we can, or if we length equals C array len of tree line. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I want to do. And then we can get rid of that check, and we can get rid of that check, and the ret is actually length. And so here it's kind of a similar thing for parents, but we're going to do it inside of this. So here we got 6 for the parent, 7 for the space, 8 for the new line, and then 1 for the null, but we'll add an extra 1 just in case. And so here we can say parent line and parent line, do that. And we're going to say this is parent space blah tree, and instead of tree, this can be parents dot dot data I, which should be like duped hash. So if that is the case, or if this equals parent line, yes. So and maybe I can include an I there just to say that parent line. So I kind of want a very quick test. We don't have this. We want something like the main, and we would have include stdio.h, and maybe I'll have a char foo, which is 3, and we'll do printf. We'll do it in equals sn printf to foo, and do 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got extra things, so we can do something like that. And here we can see what foo equals. And maybe we can also see what foo equals. And so this can be x, I guess, and that can be foo 2. And I probably also want to see what it is. and that can be rect. And up here we can pass in out through, and we can compile this. No, we can't. Right, so it won't let me do that. But what if we do something like this and we just do it, mate? Uh, like just do it. How do we kind of do this? Can we like say the decimal and uh, you you just know it's a warning, so that's all right. So it shouldn't be outputting 5 bytes. It should return with do that. So foo equals 12, so I only got the 1, 2, and then the third one is the 0, and the ret was 4. So it said that it had 4 characters, even though, well, it's kind of interesting. Return value, number of bytes printed. Do not write more than size bytes. If then the return value is the number of characters excluding the divided byte, which would have been written into the final string if enough space had been available. Right, I gotcha. So if that is the case, what we can actually do is get rid of our safety buffer, and so it wrote 4. We want to make sure that it's not equal. And I think here, and here we can take away that safety buffer. So it'll just be 5 for tree space, backslash, the new line, and then the null at the end. And parent has 2 more because there's 2 more letters in parent. That's easy. And so this way we don't actually have to like allocate and free a bunch of stuff just because things are kind of static-ish. This one we cannot, so I guess here we want to get this, and we want to append bytes of author and SDR len of author. Though this kind of just gives it too many, so if I go length equals this and do something like that. Then here we can just link there. And here, I guess the same for committed. Do something like that. And here, the assert should fail because we haven't written any of our messages. So I guess here we want to do like a for size t I was 0, I is less than messages dot length. Not size, I reckon. And I plus, and if we do this, I kind of want to array end bytes, and we want to, well, in fact, take me back there. So I just kind of want to append a new line, but kind of 2 new lines. Or just 1. No, we just want 1. And is that what we kind of worked out in the size? Size was for each thing. We did say 2. So it adds the new line. Yeah, I think this just needs to be one. Because we already have a blank line. So as soon as we get to a thing, we just want to write a new line and then write whatever stuff we had, which is that strlen. So here we can go 10 bytes, and here was the messages.data I, and we can copy the rlen of messages.data I. Yeah, I think that potentially is right, and maybe we can do a content equals come from there, I guess, and maybe without the new line, just to see what kind of comes out of it, and we can do something like that. And so what happens if we kind of want to get rid of that test.c, and we can keep the test.ch, but I kind of want to see what happens this now. It reckons we can't do some stuff. Cool, long signed int. Is that what I want? Except on there. Because we checked that it's over, it should be fine. Ooh. Right, so we need to pass in that, but we just need to say it's just here we. I don't want to say this is unsigned. Well, in fact, why not there? We can call this a size T. Cool. So now that does that, and we kind of run. It wants me to provide a message. All right. So what if I just do test an error writing tree line? It's only there. Golly. I wonder what is wrong with that. Do we have a? We do have a debug program. So what if I just do debug program.sh and the same things? So here we want to do like a break on source main and 108. So just want to see why it's getting there. Gets to this point. So here, what do we have? We have length is 46. We have is this kind of yep, I see what's the problem. So this needs to be x, and same there, and but the only two places we kind of used it, yes, because committer and author are kind of a bit less known. Cool, so that does that. If we run that now, get some errors. Heat buffer overflow, and that's in 1114. So only there, actually. It's because we kind of need to do this and do like write to std out file no do that and do it that much. And what happens here? Now we get this assertion failed. So I guess does this kind of look right? It kind of doesn't actually. Can we do like a? Did I have that kind of set up? And then we can do that debug program. And this will run. And yeah, so we got a sig trap. And so if we go to our frame 4, and at this point here we have what do we have? Content dot size is there, and what is so we have more stuff than we were expecting. How did we get to there? We only have one parent. So that's going to have a new line at the end. Then we're going to have each parent will have a new line at the end. The 21 includes spaces and new lines, and this has a new line at the front. And so if we run that frame 4, and so what do we have? We have content there, and what's our size? 166 still. Did it change? So if we're taking one off it, well, at least one off it, I kind of want to not do the like instead print size equals that, and return dot size equals that, and if we do that, see what that does. Didn't like that. If we go to here and do the same. So if we run that, yeah, so we don't really want to run it. We just want to, we don't want to debug it. We just want to run it. So if that is the case, our content size is more than what we expected. And we've got the new line there. We get the new line there, then we get a new line there. And so I guess it's like weird noises. We seem to not have our message as well. Oh no, that's kind of odd. Because I would expect here we should have at least one message getting printed out. So we should have at least one new line, but it seems like it's kind of getting cut off there. I kind of maybe want to do maybe that. Yeah, so it has printed test there, but it hasn't got all of that 113. So the committer does not kind of make sense. Yeah, because we aren't getting the length of it. Lose this. and just do that. That we don't need to care. Right, so what does this have now? Still reckons content size has gone up. So my actual size is not quite right. Like I kind of want it to be the same because what's happened is now I've gone up to 166 and I needed more, so I actually doubled the size. So it's yeah, I mean we can potentially see that if I do content dot capacity. Yeah, we have that in content dot capacity. We don't have that. Too many. We don't actually add it in. So if we do that, we can kind of see what that has. Yeah, so it's got quite a large capacity now, which isn't optimal. Yeah, kind of interesting. I also note that the parents don't seem to be kind of going up. Would have thought that parents get put here. Yeah. Pending parent, whatever that is, and we can probably pass that parent line. And yeah, it just hasn't kind of got anything there. So this is if we haven't got any parents. All right. So so if we yank, we get all of that. Echo might end of, well, in fact, with the end of that, but we also have like another space in a dash. So like the email will be there and the name will be there. But every other space we've kind of counted for, I think. And so if we did that, but that, how many things do we have? We have 21 things. This size here, like hex, and were there any other hexes? So I wonder whether there's any other. Do one here. That's right. That's when we actually do the hash. So I think at this point, hopefully that works. We've got a leak. Leaks are alright because I think the leak is because actually no, the leak is not super good. Alright, so where do we allocate this? 1103. We don't do a free or method at the end here, which we probably should. And there was another allocation somewhere. So here we also do it at 196. And so this we also need to do a free of auth for. And here we can see what it does. And oh, like it kind of looks like it's doing the trick. And we can see kind of, well, if I go get that file, might be of this thing here, maybe without all that, we can see what it is. And it kind of is right. I feel like there should be a new line at the end of all the things. It has to be at least one message. So I guess and because an assert didn't happen, it means the size was bang on point. So I guess here we just want to do a final append of the message, and if we did that, I kind of want to not write anymore. I think it would be assert. And now it's a slightly different hash, good. And if we go cat must be of that, we should get a thing. And if we like show it doesn't quite work there. Interesting. Corrupt loose object. What we can do is run my little test script and kind of see whether that does the trick. Get hash from partial commit. Hey, what partial commit did I send it? If so I guess that was that. Alright, didn't like that because the game needs to be like that. So if we did this, it's just getting nothing for that. So this is no, that's tree one. And this is gonna give us a thing. Right, so at this point here, we can then pass in that. Yeah, cool. So if I run this, what does this do? I probably don't need all those things. So I think that's just done it. But what I can do is bash minus x of that script, and it'll kind of show the commands that I'm kind of running. So we can see that we did hello, we did write tree, and then write tree returned me a thing, and then I did commit tree on that, and then that returned a commit object, and then I did write tree again, making some changes, and then I made another commit, and that kind of did that. And so I think now if I go to gosh, what is that one? If I go git log, we haven't updated objects, but if I go git cat file must be and like it's 389 one, do that. So that is a commit object. So I guess if I show it, it shows a thing. If I log it, it logs the two things. So I mean that's kind of working in a sense, and we should be able to do course, personal Codecrafters Git, your program. We should be able to do a cat file of it. We should also be able to do it like -t to see what type it is. And we should be able to write mit here, and it'll work out what it is. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So I guess this probably just means adding up. I'll just add it all. Don't really. Oh, apologies. We need to take this. No, it's spam. Get rid of that. It's from +1877. Right. So what is this? In fact, yeah, that's gone. What have I done here? Add Mitch tree command. Cool. And I think if we, I can't get this, we have to like do some pushing and like Codecrafters submit. Is that what we do? And in this screen, it will run some tests, which I hope pass. Like, I don't know, if it doesn't pass, then I figure out what I need to do more. But yeah, builds it. Running tests. I mean, this still says it's running tests. Who knows? Maybe it is like endless. It's kind of interesting. It's taking a bit longer. That took a hot minute to get to there. Right, we failed the first test. It's kind of interesting. But like, all right, what if I get rid of this 1119 and like kind of just want to get rid of that, and like we'll try and submit without the assert because like it probably works, but the size that I worked it out doesn't quite work. And it's kind of interesting that, I mean, test passed now. I find it interesting that the whatchamacallit, the like commit tree, like what's it passing there? That's not a hash, and that's not a hash. It did a thing, but yeah, hard to know. But we'll mark it as complete and go on to the next one. So I think that puts me in the running for some game console. Who knows? Golly, the next stage, cloning public repo from GitHub. It's going to be tricky because, like, does GitHub have HTTP? GitHub.com. Yeah, we might be able to do it just over HTTP, though that added the HTTPS. We might be able to do it, and hard to know because like I'm doing everything from scratch. But yeah, there'll be another step. But for now, thank you very much for watching this, and till next time, I'll see you.